Yo, what's up, everyone? This is Bryce with episode 30 of Man Talk. So, meditation is something I care a lot about. It's completely changed my life. I've been meditating daily for about 4 years. I teach meditation in my men's groups. And when we broach the topic of meditation in group, I find that there are usually two ways that people get hung up on really creating a daily practice. And the first one is that they don't see the purpose really. And this is a big one, because if you don't know why you're doing something, you're just probably not going to do it. So it's a bit tricky to explain to someone who's never really had the experience of not thinking or witnessing their thoughts. And it's possible to go your entire life without ever really cultivating this ability. And I guess I'll start with like what life is like if you aren't able to do this. So essentially, if you don't have any mindfulness, if you haven't practiced the skill of stepping back and witnessing what's happening, then you're basically reacting to everything in your external world. And so if someone cuts you off in traffic, you're going to be pissed. You'll have no way to stop being pissed. And if something good happens in your life, you'll be excited, and everything in between. But we have a negativity bias. So most of the time, we're probably going to be worrying, we're going to be angry, we're going to be in shame, and we won't really even realize it because we don't have the ability to catch ourselves. We'll just have these kind of aha moments where all of a sudden we feel overwhelmed or numb, or we don't know what's going on with us. So if you don't have the ability to step back, you really don't have a choice in how you're feeling or how you're reacting to things. You know, life is just gonna ping pong you from one thing to the next. So if you learn how to meditate, if you learn how to catch yourself in these patterns to identify what you're feeling, you begin to have more choice. You can go, oh yeah, here it comes again. I'm worrying about money, or I'm pissed off at this person in my life. Do I really want to be pissed off right now? And when you really can focus your attention on the feeling, the bodily sensations associated with it, the stories, you'll find that usually within minutes they start to dissolve and they start to lose their power over you because you're not identified with them any longer. So you can just imagine, the better you get at this, the more choice you have about how you feel and how you interact in the world. That's the first thing. The second thing is that people just do not make the time to do it, is what they say. But what is really happening, I think, is that it's extremely difficult to sit down for even a few minutes and just be quiet and watch your thoughts. So when you're first getting into meditation, and I had this experience too, what's really normal is that there's going to be a lot that's going to come up. For the first time, maybe in your life, you're going to understand and witness just how distracted, just how crazy your mind can be, just zinging around from one thought to the next. Sadness and shame and anger, I mean, all these things will come up in full force, and you're really going to feel them. And if you haven't really built the ability to hold them yet, they're going to feel a bit overwhelming. You're going to really feel like, I got to get up and move. I got to do something different. You might even feel like you're dying. Okay? It can be that intense. And that isn't to say that you will have some magical moments in the beginning of your practice where all of a sudden you do step back and you're just, you know, I've had plenty of moments in my meditation where I just start tearing up because I'm just so grateful for just being there in the moment and just really tuning in to what's happening in my life. But the reason why I think a lot of people get stuck in the very beginning is because there's a lot of stuff that's going to come up that's going to be overwhelming. And it is hard to sit. Yeah, you want to try sitting for 30 minutes for 30 days. I mean, that's how I got started. It's going to be fucking hard. Okay, so prep yourself. It's not doing nothing. It's actually doing something extremely difficult. So those are the two ways that I find men most often get stuck. Is one, they underestimate how difficult it is, and two, they don't really know why they're doing it. So I hope this helps, and get in there, make a big commitment. If it's 30 minutes for 30 days, 5 minutes for 30 days, you got to really get yourself into it from the very beginning, I don't find that people really get very far when they're just kind of dabbling and doing it like whenever they feel like it. It just won't happen. So that is the man talk for today.